Welcome to People Power in Politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's People Power in Politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.
Welcome to today's program, where we shine a light on community leaders who are making a real difference in people's lives. We are honored to have with us Wayne Devonish, representing the Bedford Central Community Development Corporation and a driving force behind the 19th Annual Homebuyer Seminar series. For nearly 2 decades, this initiative has helped countless Brooklyn residents move closer to the dream of home ownership by offering education, resources, and support. Today, we'll dive into the inspiration behind the program, the challenges of navigating New York's housing market, and the long-term vision for empowering first-time buyers. Welcome, Mr. Devonish. Such a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you so much, Ms. Phillips. It's really an honor and pleasure to be here.
You're very welcome. So looking at the community impact, this is the 19th year of the Homebuyer Seminar series. What inspired the Bedford Central Community Development Corporation to start this program, and how has it impacted the Brooklyn community over the years?
Well, I had developed the program at a previous organization that I was with. My boss at the time said, I want you to develop a program for housing to help people get houses. We got this grant money. We need to spend it. You know, do your thing. Just figure it out. I was the director of housing at the time, and I just dove right into it. I just went all over it and developed a 16-week program. My boss at the time loved it. We ran it about twice, and he was like, "Oh, well, the money's all gone, you know. Let's move on to something else." Mm-hmm. But I was inspired by it. I was really happy about the turnout, the way people were interested. So this is 25 years ago. So I said, you know what, I need to really continue this because people need this. I was a homeowner. I knew a lot of people that always wanted to have homes, of course. Mm-hmm. And the reception that I got when I did the program, I said, let me continue it in some sort of way. And I just happened to go to my grandmother's church, and I spoke to the pastor about doing it. And he was like, man, you can do it here. Oh, we'd love to have that. And, that was back in 2006. And we've been going ever since. And, it's just impacted hundreds of people. And we've had, close to 1,500 people over the 20 years.
Wow, so you sure figured it out, right?
Yeah, we definitely did.
And that's the American dream, home ownership.
Yes.
So with rising housing costs in New York City, many home-time buyers feel home ownership is out of reach. How does this 16-week seminar help make the process more accessible and less intimidating? Well,
for the most part, we take our time with it. A lot of seminars, they'll give you a few hours. They may even give you 2 or 3 sessions. We really take our time to let folks become well-informed consumers, so they really know the ins and outs. They know what's out there. They have a host of professionals that they could tap into, and it's a non-intimidating marketplace that we present so that they can really, take it in, because it's the biggest purchase of their lives.
It is.
So we really like to take our time with it and take our time with all of the students so they really have a handle on how they can do this and figure out a plan that works for them.
All right. So looking at partnerships, we see sponsors like Flagstar, Chase, and other local organizations involved in this series. How important are these partnerships in ensuring the success of the program, and what role do they play in supporting first-time home buyers?
Well, our partners are very important because most of them are the ones that teach the actual sessions. They're the ones that provide the financial support to make the program robust, and they give up-to-the-minute information about what's out there in the current marketplace so that people can really sink their teeth into how can I make this happen for myself.
So you mentioned before taking your time. and the seminar covers everything from mortgage qualification to minor home repairs. How did you decide on these topics, and why is it important to include both financial literacy and hands-on repair training? I thought that training thing was interesting, the hand-on repair.
Yeah. It's really a good piece because it lets homeowners know that I don't have to call someone for every little thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, certain things you can handle on your own, so you don't have to get this big bill from someone who spends maybe under 10 minutes in your house to kind of resolve something. And of course, the financial piece is the most important part, because if your finances aren't in order, you're just not going to get a home. And we really want to hammer that home that, there's grants out there, but you're not going to get a house based on grants.
Yes.
You really need to qualify on your own. And that's why we really meticulously take folks through all of the hurdles and all of the things you need to do in terms of improving your credit, managing money properly, and just being able to have, all of the wherewithal to weather the storms, because there will be storms when you have a home.
Yes. So looking at community challenges, what are some of the biggest ones you see Brooklyn residents facing when it comes to purchasing a home, and how does this program address those challenges?
Well, the biggest problem that, right in front of everyone is everything is expensive. Well over $1 million to get even a modest home or a beat up one. Mm-hmm. So what you have to do is really explore all of the options and be super diligent and on top of all of the things that are there to help a first-time home buyer. Because there are grants, there are creative financing, there are partnerships, there's all sorts of things, if you really, really want to do it, that can get you there.
All right. And I know this is your 19th year, but let's look at the long-term vision. How do you envision the future of the Homebuyer Seminar series? Do you see it expanding beyond Brooklyn or incorporating new elements like digital learning or mentorship programs?
Yeah. We're actually looking at definitely having a digital component, having, Facebook Live attached to the course. It's really picking up steam in the last 2 years, which really surprised me. Folks coming off of the pandemic, some folks have really gotten reinvigorated in terms of enhancing their living situation, and they really want to do home ownership because it's still one of the best ways to gain wealth, and especially transferring it to your siblings, yes. Mm-hmm. to your children, having something in the family that creates wealth and builds equity. So, yeah, we're definitely looking at that. We're even considering having some sort of link in Ghana.
Wow.
Yeah. One of my other organizations, we're doing an international conference to Ghana, mm-hmm. and we have a lot of folks that left here and are living there, mm-hmm. and want to explore folks relocating and having homes in Ghana. So we're kind of toying around with even that.
All right, sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So, look, your personal motivation, Mr. Devonish, on a personal level, what drives your passion for helping people achieve the dream of home ownership, and what do you hope participants walk away after completing this program?
Well, we definitely want to, especially within the Caribbean community, African-American community, Black folks in general, want them to have more home ownership. Have something that they can call their own, have something that builds equity, have something that they can pass down. There's not enough of that in our community, and I really, really want to emphasize that. I was lucky to be able to get my home, and pretty much because of my parents, all of my siblings, we all have homes, mm-hmm. and we'll inherit my parents' home, at some point. So we want to, my motivation is to just have as many homeowners as possible.
All right. So how can persons register to attend this 16-week seminar? How can persons register to attend this seminar?
Well, they can basically do it on our website, bedfordcentralcommunity.com. We also have like a little warm-up thing that we're doing. We're having a Homebuyer Expo that's happening October 5th at the church. And that's like just a little sample of what's to come in the 16-week program, and that's free. There's a brunch. It's provided by M&T Bank, by Aubrey Nurse, who's of Guyanese descent. Yeah, he's ringing a bell. I see
that name is ringing a bell.
Yeah. He was with Wells Fargo for quite some time, and now he's been with M&T Bank. And he is, I'd like to say, an expert in grants. He knows how to layer them. He knows what's coming out down the pike, what's current now. He's able to really help folks maximize the grant process because he's just an expert at it. And I've been working with him for quite some time. And folks can come to that Homebuyer Expo, which is on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. It's at 1200 Dean Street, and it's right after church. So folks can, register there as well and also get some quality information. And, of course, check out our website. And,
can you repeat the website again, please?
Oh, sure. It's bedfordcentralcommunity.org.
All right. Any final words, Mr. Devonish?
Well, I just encourage folks to, if you want to get a home, you can get a home, and just make a plan. Check us out. We'll help you get there. One-on-one sessions, and of course, the 16-week program.
Thank you, Mr. Devonish. This brings us to the end of our conversation. We've explored the roots of the Homebuyer Seminar series, the vital partnerships that keep it thriving, and the passion that drives its mission of building stronger communities through home ownership. If you are inspired by what you've heard today, consider learning more or getting involved in this impactful initiative. For more information and to register, visit bedfordcentralcommunity.com. That's bedfordcentralcommunity.com. On behalf of our team, we thank Mr. Devonish for sharing his insights and dedication, and we thank you, our listeners, for tuning in. Stay with us for more conversations that uplift and inform our community.
People, Power, and Politics. Hard talk, riveting interviews, community updates, in-depth analysis. That's People, Power, and Politics. We tell it to you as it is. No holds barred. You are the people, you have the power. We bring you the politics. To listen to our show, be a guest, or to advertise, visit www.pppradio.nyc. That's www.pppradio.nyc.